Alf, anybody else just sick and tired of this form of sports card marketing that we're talking about here today? Topps, a few days ago, man, I thought we were past this, but apparently we're not. Apparently we're still going to double and triple down on this sort of stupidity. I will share in just a minute. What's going on, sports card hobby family? It is another day. It is another sports card video. We are back again. The divisional playoffs are over, and now we go to the AFC-NFC championship game. For me personally, I'm rooting for the Bills to take this thing home. Bills fans have been long-suffering Bills fans, the Bills Mafia, the weirdos out there. I am ready for the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, to get over the hump. I hope that it happens, but they're going to have to go into Arrowhead and deal with Mahomes with all the slides at the last second and the jumps out of bounds and the LeBron James flops out of bounds, to try to get an extra 15 yards. And then eventually he'll fall down and throw a 7-yard pass to Kelsey. That is essentially the Chiefs offense. Mahomes scrambling around and trying to draw flags, or a 7 to 10-yard pass to Travis Kelsey. That's pretty much it. And then the defense dominates and they end up winning games. And the refs are there to clean up as needed. Before I dive in, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, COMC.com. 40+ million cards on the database. Easiest place on the planet to buy and sell sports cards. You can grade sports cards. You can send them off to auction through COMC. It's all at your fingertips. So make sure to check out my link down below to start your COMC journey today. We've also had a lot of folks hitting the SlabMags, the sports card dad code at the SlabMags checkout, getting 10% off. Guys, I can't say enough about SlabMags. It's the best way to display your cards. UV protection from all the weird lighting out there in the sun, but then also just from a display standpoint, you can color batch these up and they just look awesome. So again, I've got affiliate links down there to help you out there with SlabMags. All right, nothing drives me more crazy when we're talking about opening new product. Topps, literally just a few days ago, and I know that they have to know better in Look, I hope that they know better in marketing, whoever's putting this stuff together, because the average Joe collector, and then of course an advanced collector, someone that's been in the hobby for a while, when they see this, they're like, holy cow, I know I'm not the only one. So essentially what I'm talking about here is you had these guys that were opening up 96 Topps Chrome basketball. What, $40,000, $50,000 box of cards, expensive box of cards, like a Nat Turner style box. Like Nat Turner always drops these, I'm just opening up just a random box today. It's always like a 6-figure box or $50,000 box of cards. This is like a Nat Turner box. 96 Topps Chrome basketball. But here's where it absolutely kills me. We're going to talk about a couple of other examples here. They flash up on screen. They say, what's possible out of this box? And they show a Kobe Bryant rookie refractor. That's fine. That's totally fine. They show a Kobe Bryant rookie refractor. But then they show it in a BGS 10 black label that sold for $1.7 million. So what the ad is telling you is essentially you could pull a $1.7 million card out of this box, this Kobe Bryant black label. Look, is it going to come out of the box already in the BGS 10 black label, pristine? Hey, if that's the case, then fantastic. If you've got kind of one of these weird little, boxes that happen to have an already graded card in there, okay, then I stand corrected. But what are the odds that first off, what are the odds that you're going to pull out a Kobe Topps Chrome refractor? That's one, and that's fine. I can deal with that. That's fine. What are the odds that that thing's going to get a BGS 10? From 1996. Really, really, really small. I mean, my house could get hit by a meteor today too. That is possible. It's possible. A lot of things are possible. 0.0001% chance of these things happening. But my God, to put out there what's possible is the absolute, the greatest card sale ever from that particular set. $1.7 million Kobe Bryant refractor BGS 10. Man, it stings a little. And then they did the same thing here where they show other cards. Allen Iverson, there's a Jordan refractor. They show these other cards, and guess what? They don't show raw prices, ungraded prices. They show them in PSA 10s. PSA 10s. What are the odds that the damn thing is going to get a PSA 10 from 96 coming out of the pack? Pack fresh. Hey, it's pack fresh. It's a 10, right? It's going to be a 10. Are you kidding me? And look, most collectors / hobbyists, again, if you just happened upon sports cards this week, you might be like, I don't really understand the big deal. But for a lot of my viewers, you've been doing this for a long time. And you know, when you look at this sort of video, you're like, guys, really? Like, I know that I am not the only one. Maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe I'm the old man yelling into the sky. I just don't understand why we've got to put up a PSA 10 price point when we're talking about this stuff, or a BGS 10 black label, for crying out loud, as like, here's what's possible. Just put an ungraded price. If you're going to flash up singles prices, like, hey, here's kind of an idea of what you could expect, show ungraded pricing. Ungraded pricing. And even that is going to be tough, because you know how it goes. I mean, ungraded pricing could be all over the place because it could have a crease. It could have a friggin' dimple on it. It could be off-centered compared to it's going to be all over the place. So showing pricing for these sorts of cards, it's probably better just to say it as opposed to showing a visual, a price comp on a card that is like, first off, pulling the card, and then secondly, getting a 10 or even a BGS 10. I mean, that's just not the way to go, in my opinion. But again, maybe I'm just the old man screaming into the crowds, crying like a baby, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And maybe I'm out of touch with today's hobby, and that's how marketing is supposed to work. Another example of this I saw, and I'm trying to remember if it was when Drake was opening up packs with Ken Golden, and actually I think what it was on one of the documentary shows. One of these sports card documentary things that came out. It might have been the Golden Show, but it might have been a different one. But anyway, it was opening up a box of 86 Fleer, and then, we pulled the Michael Jordan card, and again, like the price estimate that was given on that card on that show was like $150,000 to $300,000 or something to that effect. In other words, it was taking into account that you're getting like a BGS 9.5 or a PSA 10. It's assuming that you're getting the highest grade possible when you're giving out these price ranges. As instead of saying like it could be a $5,000 card to a $300,000 card, like give the proper range, give the entire range. Hell, I mean, I guess it could be like a $2,000 card if it's got a crease in it or something. But at least give like a proper range there. It gives people a realistic viewpoint on this. And why is this problematic? It's problematic not when a whale sees this. If Jeff Bezos sees this commercial and he's like, oh, I'll buy sports cards. That sounds like fun. Maybe I get a $200,000 card. Maybe he doesn't know any different. And it's Jeff Bezos. What worries me more are people that come in and really extend themselves to get up into a box. You know, $40,000, $50,000 box is a hell of a lot of money, but it's an amount of money that people could get into. They could take out a second mortgage on their house. Middle class, upper middle class people could do it. Now, will a lot of them do it? No. And are people responsible for their own finances and all that sort of thing? Of course they are. We're all responsible for our own actions. But just don't give kind of these really unrealistic expectations if you're Topps or if you're Panini or any of these companies when it comes down to comps like that. I don't understand why we're doing it in today's age. And I talked about it in yesterday's video or last couple of videos. Frankly, I've talked about it in a lot of videos. The Topps marketing is so heavily focused on expensive stuff and all the big cards that you can pull. And it's not focused around enough of low-end product. And low-end product just frankly isn't produced enough of. You just have these price points that are just getting higher. People are getting more and more priced out of Topps products as opposed to being priced into Topps products. If you're Topps Panini, show us some kind of more of the lower end stuff that people can actually get into and afford. Average Joe folks. This should not be a rich man's hobby. It shouldn't need to be a family that makes, $250,000 a year household income to even have a shot at just getting into some of the new product. This has always been a hobby that is open to all income brackets. And I know some people will say like, oh, it is to a certain degree. There's certain sets and things. Sure, there is lower end products for sure, but there's just not enough of it. But the amount of people, if you're looking at your target market, if you're Topps, if you really want to 10x, if you want to even 5, if you want to 2x this thing, you need to get more of the people that are the lower to mid-end folks that can get in and buy packs of cards. And it's just not there right now. I don't care who you ask. There's nobody that has told, I've not gotten a comment on any of my videos that have said, you know what? Topps, Panini, this stuff is cheap. Like this stuff is really affordable. Zero comments from that regard. So let me know your thoughts, friends. I'm not a fan of this style of marketing, but maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe I'm the outsider. Maybe it has all passed me by. Stay healthy. Stay awesome. I'll talk to you again later.